What's up? All right. So, guys, welcome to my channel. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to actually show the fight that happened last night as of this recording date, which was May the 20th. We're talking about Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. This was a undisputed unified championship match, meaning that all four major belts were on the line for this boxing match last night. Fantastic fight. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Advantage, the height advantage, but the world title experience lies with Lomachenko. The question is, Chris, Well, we're here, and we're about to find out. Nowhere else I'd rather be, buddy.
This was crazy, y'all. Like, seriously, crazy.
The third man in the ring. The undisputed like a line. Haney and Lomachenko square off in round number one.
All right, before this moves any further, this is my second time watching this fight now. This isn't my first time, so I just want to make sure I make that clear. I did watch this fight live. I had my own opinions about it, but this is my second time watching it because I feel like to really get a good idea of these fights, you gotta watch them more than once. You just got to. Like, there's no other way around that. But anywho, let's get back to it.
There's been a lot of talk about the size difference between the two, and that's very
that jab, man. Haney's jab right off the bat is beautiful.
Despite that advantage, Chris, what makes Lomachenko so difficult? Well, it's just he's so shifty. His ability to change range, change levels, cut angles. He throws punches from odd angles, almost similar to how Manny Pacquiao used to punch and catch guys with shots they don't see. Not to mention Lomachenko has phenomenal defense.
That body shot right there. So that body shot that y'all just saw, he was working on that the entire night. That body shot, fantastic. Like, he was really trying to zap that gas tank of Lomo. I'm not going to give away the fight just to let y'all know ahead of time before y'all click off the video. I'm just going to show, or I'm sorry, tell key elements that actually built up. But I'm not giving away anything just in case you ain't seen it.
Haney, as you heard during the introduction, is the youngest unified champion of the modern era. How has he been able to find success on this level at such a young age? I mean, he's
jab from Lomo.
Young, but he's been doing it for such a long time. I met Devin when he was about 12 or 11 years old in Las Vegas. He was a gym rat even back then. And him and his father, Bill, went down to Mexico before he turned 18 so that he could start his professional career. He couldn't get a license in the United States, fighting in bars down in Mexico. That's how badly he wanted it, even as a teenager. Both of these fighters trained by their fathers. He looks a little tight to start. Taking a couple swings and misses that were ill time. Given the size difference, do you feel like Lomachenko has what it takes from a power department to inflict punishment on Haney? I do. Haney has been shown to be.
All right, so they talked about size difference a lot, even in the buildup of the fight. I feel like that was ridiculous. I mean, we've already know that Lomachenko has jumped up, 3 weight classes, if I'm not mistaken. So he's always been the little guy when it comes down to these fights. And again, I'm a Lomo fan. I want to make sure I make that very clear. I am a very big and have been a big Lomachenko fan. So I'm not trying to bash Lomachenko by any way, shape, or form. To be honest, I'm just a fan of anybody that's brave enough to step in the ring or step in the cage, sign a contract in general to say that, hey, I'm going to fight you, whether it's anywhere. It don't have to be in a ring or a cage, but any man or woman that agrees to put their livelihood on the line to test themselves, I'm going to be a fan of you regardless. But I'm just saying, out of everything that Lomachenko has accomplished in his career so far, even though his career is not over with yet, he's always been the smaller man. He jumped up those weight classes to make a point because he was trying to get fights. So they kept saying that Devin Haney was a smaller man. Devin Haney was the bigger man, Lomachenko's so small. Lomachenko's so small. He's always been the small man, and he still found a way to make people look like they were nothing or to put on incredible fights. So they just did too much with that. I just want to make sure I put that out there. They did way too much with that.
Vulnerable, he was hurt in the nervous.
this fight. He's had trouble with southpaws in the past, namely Jojo Diaz. But Lomachenko, he's got a very high knockout percentage. He hits you with shots that you don't see, like I mentioned. And those are the ones that hurt the most.
This is a very pro-Lomachenko crowd. You heard it in the introductions. Haney booed vehemently by this crowd at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. No different than the boos he heard when he was fighting George Kambosos in Australia.
I'm noticing already Lomachenko starting faster than he had when he fought Teofimo Lopez, because Teofimo Lopez
had body shot again, y'all saw. That body shot.
He's got speed, he's got precision, he's got distance, he's got length, but not the kind of knockout power that Teofimo Lopez possesses.
29 wins, 15 knockouts for Haney. Lomachenko has him in the
right there like he was trying to scoop him and take him down.
The referee is Harvey Dawson. Chris, we'll get into it, but that's an interesting choice for this fight. And once we take a break here at the end of the first round, I'd love to hear why is Lomachenko with a flurry here at the end of the first.
That flurry was nice at the end. Man, I'm rewatching it again. That was a very nice flurry at the end.
He fought punches that landed in round number 1. It was Lomachenko towards the end that started to come up.
Yeah, he wasn't landing a whole lot. Lomachenko, neither man did. But he, like I said, he was starting a lot faster.
That hook was beautiful. I don't remember seeing that the first time.
I mentioned that Teofimo Lopez fight that Vasiliy Lomachenko lost his lightweight championship belts and really didn't start coming on in that fight until the 6th, 7th round, and by then it was too late.
Yeah, I was in the room that night. I called that fight. And Teofimo Lopez, I mean, he was throwing some heavy leather. And he's so explosive and fast. I think that Vasiliy Lomachenko was just being very cautious early on, probably too cautious, which cost him the fight.
Lomachenko for the second round now, working on the outside. Bigger, longer, Haney standing guard.
That body shot, I'm telling y'all, that body shot, Devin Haney, he literally exposed that body the whole time.
Like that looping left hook that Haney is throwing. We saw him land that in the first round. There it is again. Not really known as a left hook artist is Haney, but utilizing that weapon against the southpaw, being very smart. Lomachenko's tendency to loop that front hand to kind of lull you and then throw shots off of that.
Lomachenko, a trickster. He's got a bag of tricks that he can go to. So experienced, so well versed. Lomachenko slowing down a little bit here in the second round, but as you pointed out, Chris, anything would be faster than what he did against Teofimo Lopez. He is coming off 3 straight victories since that Lopez loss. As another looping left hand lands for Haney, and Haney goes down to the body with the right hand.
Yeah, Haney found his range really well in the second round. I gave the first round to Lomachenko. I thought that the busyness and the lack of contact led to him taking that round. But here, Haney has found his range and is letting punches go in the perfect position, and he's actually had success early. Oh, good body shot there from Haney. Smart move.
And now Loma with a flurry up top. Haney caught in the corner. Loma taking advantage, and now backs away.
Now notice, y'all, every time that Lomachenko got close to Devin Haney, what is Devin Haney doing? Guard up, getting in. So he's literally trying to make sure that he negates the space while being aggressive by negating the space. But at the same time, he's trying to make sure that he knows where he's at all times. In a sense of Devin Haney knows where Lomachenko is. He doesn't want Lomachenko to be able to pepper, and then step to the side all of a sudden, pepper, pivot to the opposite side, pepper. He's keeping that physical contact, negating that space. Now, is that the best plan? We're going to continue to watch. Like I said, I don't want to ruin anything. I will say that the aggressiveness of Devin Haney, though, I thought was a little bit much. But again, I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in that fight like that. I just thought that a little bit more composed, I think, would have been a little bit more efficient. But this is only round 2. So we'll see. We'll keep going.
Landing some punches.
Good jab from both men.
If you're a Loma and you are lacking in the reach department, what can you do to establish that jab?
Well, I mean, he's got a great jab. A lot of times he'll lead with his backhand, split the guard, and come with the jab over the top. similar to that move we just saw there, and he cuts that angle. So he's one of the more effective southpaw jabbers in the world today. Ooh, good shot there from Lomachenko.
Came through with the left hand and connected on the chin of Haney.
Lomachenko starting much faster than I had expected.
Seizing the opportunity. Maybe that's what Lomachenko is thinking.
Haney's being very smart going down to the body. Again, not known as a body puncher either, but is utilizing new tactics for the toughest fight of his career.
Lomachenko letting his hands go at the end of round 2.
That little jab at the end of the round.
You've seen out of Haney now in 2 rounds. What have you liked? What have you not liked?
Yeah, I thought he was a little hesitant, a little tight in the first round. He found his range much better in the second round. I like some of the tactics that he's using. He had that counter body shot, which is a really smart move. You wouldn't really think that. He's attacking and focusing on the body. There, see that shot right there.
That shot
focusing
is,
on the body,
that
really
shot was money. He was going to say that. That shot was money.
Because of his shifty head movement.
You surprised that Haney hasn't tried to push Loma around a little bit, use the forearms, use the shoulders, get inside?
Honestly, I think Haney has found that Lomachenko stronger than he expected. I saw a couple moments where they were in close and Lomachenko was able to hold his ground.
Interesting. Good note.
See, I'm glad that the announcer did say that. And again, when I was watching this, I was watching it with different announcers. But you'll realize that in this fight, Devin Haney was actually trying to use his forearms. He was actually framing off, just like what I explained earlier. But I do agree with that announcer's statement. Lomachenko, I think, was a little bit stronger than what Devin Haney expected. But at the same time, though, he was trying to frame, trying to use, and trying to be that bigger man to bully at times when they were in the clinch. But that's just my opinion. We'll keep going.
Negating that height advantage that Haney has and going eye to eye with Lomachenko. And is that a product of the fact that Haney keeps trying to go to the body?
I think possibly, but more it's he's getting his head over his front foot, which is a bad position to be in when you're getting low like that.
Sit back.
Especially for the lower back. That'll tire out the 12-round fight. Ooh, good counter there from Haney over the top. Devin has had trouble in the past landing the jab on southpaws. So you're not seeing him as busy with that lead hand. But his countering well.
Lunging forward is Lomachenko. Speaking of lunging forward, Haney shoving Lomachenko during the weigh-in face-off yesterday. And you said, when we were talking earlier tonight, Chris, you didn't like that move from Haney during the weigh-in yesterday.
No, I don't like that kind of stuff in general. You're going to get to punch a guy in the face tomorrow. Save it for then. You know, just God forbid something goes wrong, guy twists his ankle or whatever. But also I think it was a tactical ploy on Haney, Team Haney, to try and get under the skin of Lomachenko a little bit more. Pulling him dirty this week, saying he's a dirty fighter. He's always been a dirty fighter. Saying that he's old, saying I'm going to retire you, pushing him at the weigh-in. I think those are all tactics.
Lomachenko warned for hitting behind the head here in the third.
Never seen someone utilize such a concerted body against Lomachenko.
So far, Haney has landed 45% of the body shot.
See, this is what I'm talking about when I said that I don't know if that was the right game plan. You see that Devin Haney is trying to be the aggressor, but he's being the aggressor on his terms. And what I mean by his terms is Lomachenko's terms. He's getting to the same eye level with him. He's trying to like dip in with him. I don't know if that was a good game plan or not. Again, he's supposedly the bigger, stronger guy. Everybody keeps saying, oh my gosh, you're the bigger, stronger guy. But he's fighting him like he's his size. And what I mean by that is Devin Haney is fighting Lomachenko like he's his size. Yeah, I would have thought they would have came with a different game plan. Now, again, attacking the body, I think that's a beautiful idea, and I think that's going to pay dividends as the fight goes on. Again, I know I've already watched this fight. I want to make sure I make that clear, but this is my second time watching it, and again, I might pick up on some things I didn't see, so I'm acting like it's my first time again, but I did already watch the fight before. But yeah, let's keep going.
Big overhand left from Haney in response to a left hand from Lomachenko.
And Loma landed a nice uppercut. Haney came back with a good left hook.
Loma has him on the ropes, and every time Loma presses forward offensively, this crowd goes nuts here in Las Vegas. Over the top with the left hand from the southpaw Lomachenko.
this is going to be a very interesting fight. These guys are going tit for tat.
Rewatching that third round, that actually is different because in my head, I think I gave the third round the first time around I watched this to Lomachenko, but watching this again, I think Devin Haney clearly won that round.
In the lead up to this fight, one of those things harping on Lomachenko's age, and whether you like to admit it or not, when you're a fan, you start hearing those things over and over and over again. You start kind of buying into it a little bit, and yet now through 3 rounds, given everything that Devin Haney would have liked you to believe coming into this fight, Lomachenko has looked really sharp.
Oh yeah, I'm really impressed with what I've seen from Lomachenko. We're looking at Lomachenko of old. Both men are hitting each other more than either one of them gets hit usually in fights. So I think this is going to turn out to be an excellent fight. But yeah, 35, listen, it ain't young, especially in these weight divisions, especially in this sport. But Lomachenko looks like he's dug deep and he is really prepared for tonight.
Devin Haney, you mentioned, Chris, his concerted effort going to the body, 11 body shots landed. Those of the 25 total punches he's landed, nearly half of them going to the body.
Yeah, interesting tactic, and I think it's smart. There's another body shot down low from Haney. But again, I don't like that position where Haney gets his head down low. Lomachenko's able to put his weight on his upper back and push him down. I don't care how much bigger you are, that's going to wear on you.
Back-to-back jabs from the lower body goes down low to the body.
Woo! That's Lomachenko. That's Vasiliy Lomachenko moving around. But notice Haney stays connected. He stays connected.
He's not worried about the power of Haney coming forward. Not like he was when he fought Jermaine Ortiz and Teofimo Lopez.
Upstairs with the left hand, lands for Lomachenko right on the forehead of Haney. Now Haney goes back to the jab, has not thrown a ton of jabs in this fight.
The footwork from both of these men is beautiful.
A chance for Loma here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
I'm surprised how little that Haney is utilizing the jab and getting so close to the shorter-armed Lomachenko. That's why Lomachenko was able to hit him down the middle with straight left hands and jabs.
Over the top, that checkmate hook from Loma.
Devin Haney's hook was just on point.
And now it's Lomachenko who's actually putting on the pressure.
One of the things Haney said, accusing Lomachenko of doing was being dirty and punching during the clinch. We saw a little cheeky punch there before referee Harvey Dock was able to get in there.
I think that was more gamesmanship than anything. I think it was planting seeds in the referees and the fans, and also trying to get Lomachenko a little perturbed.
The right hand from Devin Haney.
Doesn't seem to have
hand was money.
35-year-old former champ.
That's what I meant by I like the things that he was saying. He was talking the talk correctly with Lomachenko, saying things like, "Oh, let's just talk." Haney always talk.
Oh, right hand scores for Vasiliy Lomachenko.
You know, and it's those eye-catching shots from Lomachenko that could come back to haunt Devin Haney in these close rounds.
It looked like he was trying to like suplex him or something, like pop that hand up or something. That's funny.
No foul. Back at it here with 15 seconds to go in round number 2.
Lomachenko made a nice little wrestling move there.
Yeah.
Check out himself in the fence.
2 points.
Yeah, kept his hips up. Very tight. Hard rounds to score.
Very hard rounds to score.
To see the headshot.
Lomachenko has landed 32 of 168 total punches thrown. Haney 36 of 141. 36 punches landed from Haney. 17 of those to the body. Only 2 body shots landed for Lomachenko. Both are in single-digit jabs landed.
Yeah, I didn't really think the jab was going to be such a big weapon, especially for Haney, because again, he's done that. And at landing the jab on southpaws, although he uses it well as a rangefinder, Lomachenko does have a great jab, but really hasn't been a weapon here yet.
That was good footwork.
Lomachenko showing you why he's so elusive. Like a ballerina at times in the ring. Good shot to the body from Haney with the right hand.
Very impressive tactic.
But I told y'all, that right hand to the body is just money.
Lomachenko seems to be unprepared for it.
Left hook and a tie-up by Haney. Good start to this round for Devin.
Some good physicality from Haney there. Put a little bit of a floor on. Nice jabs there. Oh, we try again with the body, misses. Haney needs to tighten that hook up. Oh, good counter.
Catches Lomachenko on the inside. A little short right uppercut.
Nice.
Back to the right hand for the second time. Now Lomachenko trying to push Haney back towards the corner. Ooh, Haney caught with a stiff left hand before being turned and broken up by referee Harvey Dodd.
I love how throughout this entire fight, like, Lomachenko did not stop moving forward. And again, that goes credited to all the fights he's had. Again, him being the smaller man. That's why I said at the very beginning of this, them saying that, he's a smaller man, Devin Haney, he's so much bigger, he's so much bigger. It's nothing that he's not already used to. Now, I'm saying all this, not saying that Devin Haney didn't use his size properly, but I felt like he could have used his size a little bit better, being that he was the naturally bigger man. And again, just to be clear, though, now that we're about halfway through this fight, almost halfway through this fight, when this fight was going on, I was going for Devin Haney. I just want to make that clear. Even though I am a fan of Lomachenko, I was going for Devin Haney. But yeah, this was just an interesting contrast of not only the skill versus experience, or I should say age versus youth, but at the same time, this was a very interesting thing of power contracts, because just because you're older doesn't mean you're necessarily stronger, but because you're younger doesn't mean you're necessarily stronger. And the way that Lomachenko was walking him down, you don't want to take away from Devin's power, but you don't want to say that, he was just that much more. It's interesting, but yeah, we'll keep going. We'll keep going.
Left hand, right hand to the body from Lomachenko.
See, Haney was really starting to have his way this round, and here comes Loma. This is one of those fights. They're going to go back and forth, back and forth. Good shot
inside with the left hook underneath from Haney. Doubling up the jab, straight right, but the answer immediately from Lomachenko.
Haney is admiring his work too much. He lands a good shot, looks at it, gets hit with a jab.
Okay.
See, that was what I expected more from these two because of the size difference. Lomachenko getting caught low and the weight of Haney pushing him down, not the other way around.
Good body shots from Lomachenko.
Haney needs to tighten up those punches. Lomachenko has the shorter arms on the inside. Actually has the advantage. He's throwing much shorter, tighter punches.
Haney has never been knocked down in his career. Undefeated. 29 fights. Lomachenko, the former two-time Olympic gold medalist, three-division world champion. Haney getting rewarded for grabbing the back of Lomachenko's head. And those quick-fire, stiff right hands have been effective for Lomachenko.
Nice feint there from Haney. I've been very surprised. I expected that the pace... to be slow would benefit Haney. I'm seeing the opposite. I think when the pace is sped up, it's actually helping Haney. He's getting more done that way. When it's slow, Lomachenko's going to pot shot him and steal moments to the fight.
Is that more of a movement thing because of how well Lomachenko is able to change spaces and angles in the ring?
I think that it's partly because of how hittable Haney has been for Lomachenko. He's standing at the wrong range, he's too close, and he's square. It's allowing opportunities for Lomachenko to pop the straight left hand down the middle, hit him with that jab when after he gets hit, like I said, when he looks at and admires his work. There's opportunities for Lomachenko to bridge that gap.
It seems like as far as distance control, obviously you would think think that given the reach advantage of Haney, he would want to be fighting at a distance, but he's kind of gone back and forth. Do you think that that's a concerted effort on his part to do maybe what he thinks Lomachenko thought he was going to do? I'm going to do the opposite, trying to outthink the chess master?
Yeah, I guess we'll never know, but it does seem like there's a strategic effort.
Sorry, guys. There we go. Got that out the way. Sorry, guys.
For Haney and his camp to utilize tools and weapons that we really haven't seen him use that much of. He's not just relying solely on the jab. He's throwing body shots. That was a brilliant body shot to cut off Lomachenko's movement. He's countering to the body, which is a dangerous thing to do because it leaves your head open. More body work.
Half of Haney's landed punches have been to the body. Coming up on 25 for 50.
Yeah, I mentioned that he was landing the left hook early, not a punch that he's really known for.
Left hand scores for Lomachenko. With all that body work that Haney has done, we really haven't seen him attempt a big knockout type punch. Maybe that has to do with the fact that Lomachenko is so elusive.
Haney's not a big knockout punch guy anyway, and he certainly doesn't load up for shots, and I don't think he'd be served well to do that with Lomachenko, who's a defensive wizard.
Lomachenko showing his prowess on the inside, trading punches in the center of the ring, midway through round number 6.
Yeah, on the inside, Haney cannot keep up with the speed of Lomachenko. He's pretty much just throwing single shots, especially to the body. But not a lot of tying up between these guys.
No, not at all.
And it said that Harvey Dock is a great ref because you don't hear and see much of a great shot there from Lomachenko.
I don't remember that the first time around.
We have not seen much of Harvey Dock at all.
And you see the look from Lomachenko at the cameraman standing in his corner because Haney just hit him with a hook during the clinch, something that Haney said Loma does, which is dirty, and of course eliciting the reaction of a sarcastic Lomachenko after he got popped.
And that's why I said I believe that statement from Haney was gamesmanship. I don't think anyone actually thinks that Lomachenko is a dirty fighter.
A couple of right hands to the body score for Haney.
It's been a very effective punch for Haney tonight. He does those ripping uppercut counters.
And here's Harvey Dock issuing a warning to Devin Haney.
Oh, good
jab.
2-jab combination from Haney. Smart move.
This is the 13th jab landed tonight for Haney. 10 seconds.
So, like I said earlier, as y'all see, every time that Lomachenko was coming close, Devin Haney was getting closer. And Devin Haney made a point to make sure to initiate the physical contact, whether it was a clinch, whether it was touching the forearms to his body, whatever the case may be. Devin Haney made it a point to make contact. And I think that was a great tactic. But now that we're in the 6th round, I can say a little bit more. I just think he should have just fought more as a bigger man, establish his length, got his range off in the first 2 rounds, make sure he knew where his range was, and tried to just box him on the outside. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, nobody's perfect, so it is what it is.
To go midway through this fight. Fight has been world class for this fight, but it sure has been effective.
It's been the most consistent and effective weapon for either man tonight, which is a big surprise because Haney, again, not known as a body puncher, and utilizing that in the biggest fight of his career.
Eric Rothman and Chris Algieri here with you ringside in Las Vegas. Round number 7 of the schedule 12 between the Undisputed Champ Devin Haney and Vasiliy Lomachenko. Good tactical fight so far, very evenly matched.
Just touch the heads there. See, I'm so surprised that they're fighting at this range where Lomachenko has the advantage. He, I would think, would be punching from that mid-distance range like that. He's allowing Lomachenko to walk in the front door.
Wow, I didn't remember that one. He literally tossed Devin. That little inside circle toss.
Doesn't bother me at all.
A body shot there from Lomachenko. Nice sneaky pop shot as he pushed Haney over to the side.
A little chippy here in the second round. Right hand from Haney, and he goes back to the body once again, right on the belt line of Vasiliy Lomachenko to back it up.
Not only is this fight going to be hard to score because it's so hotly contested, but there's so much emotions from the people at home watching, everyone around the world, really, between these two. Haney, who's taken the role as the heel, especially this week with the big push. Getting booed as he walked to the ring. People are cheering whenever Loma does anything.
And the fight is so back and forth. Good combination upstairs for Lomachenko. And a little slip from Haney as he was trying to retreat back towards the corner. Again, Haney gets warned by referee Harvey Dobb.
Now, one of the big questions we have about Devin Haney is what's going to happen when he has to really dig deep and he's in a tough, chippy fight like this. Lomachenko, we know, we've seen it, we know how he responds. We have not seen how Haney responds. Big shot from Haney. Checkpoint's going upstairs.
Maybe the biggest punch he's landed in this fight so far.
Back to heads there, too.
Loma doesn't seem too phased and finishes the round with a 1-2 combination.
So by far, that was one of the biggest punches of the whole fight so far. I agree with that statement, especially after watching it now second time. But it didn't affect Lomachenko. Even though, again, like they said the whole time, Devin Haney, the bigger, stronger guy, bigger, stronger guy, bigger, stronger guy. You didn't see any of the punches truly affect Lomachenko in a sense of slowing his pace down, or just stopping him from trying to implement his own game plan. That was just crazy. But yeah, that's why I feel like they just put too much emphasis on that. But
difficult fight to score so far, Chris, but how do you have it through 7 rounds right now?
I am Haney up by a round.
We know in the world of boxing, when you have it one way or another by a round, you never know.
Yeah, there's a...
So right here, team, basically what kind of happened is my feed was messing up. Yeah, the link in general was kind of being weird. So that's why there's no sound back here on this one. Not because I did it purposely. It literally was because the feed didn't give me any sound. But this round was interesting because they were really exchanging back and forth. But I felt like that in the round, Devin still landed the more significant shots. Again, that left hook came into play again in that round, if I'm not mistaken. And then there was 2 good body shots again that came in the round, if I'm not mistaken. I wish I could have watched that round over again so I could actually get another opinion. Because I'm watching some of these rounds now for the second time, and I'm starting to rethink my original scorecard. So I wish I could have watched that round. But like I said, the first time I saw it, I thought Devin Haney won that round. So. I did not like that advice. Step up the aggression. I didn't like that advice.
Again, those eye-catching shots. Haney coming in the front door, allowing Lomachenko to crack him with that jab right down the middle. I think Haney just fighting it for the long distance tonight.
Is there anything that he can do to change that here in the final 4 rounds, or is he committed to what he's been doing?
I mean, I'm not seeing any change in his body language or his stance. He's still coming right at Lomachenko, trying to throw the body, trying to assert his size and his will, his physical size, but not his length like that. I would expect him to be jamming like that, but notice how square he is, more walking towards his right. He's making it easy for Lomachenko to land those eye-catching shots that are popping his head because he is actually fighting square.
Total shots landed 71 of 362 for Lomachenko, 79 of 276 for Haney. Both in the mid-teens in jabs landed. Power punches landed 64 for Haney, 56 for Lomachenko. A pretty even fight now here, a minute into round number 9.
That was the fight in offensive microcosm there. It was Haney with a good body shot and then immediately a response from Lomachenko that pops the head back at Haney. So how do you score that? What do you like?
That left hook again. I wish he would have threw more of that left hook in this fight.
10-10.
That left hook and that right hand to the body, whether it was a right straight or a right uppercut, was money.
Left hand as it snaps back the head of Devin Haney.
And again, I mentioned in the Adam Lopez fight, they do not like fighters when they have long hair. It makes every punch look that much more dramatic.
To the body again, but right back. Lomachenko answers. Haney pushed against the ropes for the first time in quite some time.
Very impressive. Actually, both men, but Lomachenko especially being able to dig deep. And to have another performance like this, a lot of people were counting him out.
Absolutely. 35 years old.
The left hands get right hands from both fighters.
Ukraine passed up an opportunity to fight George Kambosos to reclaim his undisputed lightweight championship belt that he lost to Teofimo Lopez. Trading punch.
I hate how they keep trying to say that he was undisputed. This man was never undisputed. Like, as much as I am and still a Lomachenko fan, he was never undisputed. He willingly vacated his WBC belt, which that's how Devin Haney even became the WBC champion. But Teofimo Lopez only won 3 belts from Lomachenko that night because he was a franchise champion, because he gave up the WBC belt so he could be a franchise status. Now remember, back then his WBC mandatory was Devin Haney. Like, he was supposed to fight him. Like, if he didn't try to get elevated to franchise status like Canelo Alvarez did, this fight would have took place, I think, 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. 3.5 years ago, 3.5 to 4 years ago. So, ironically enough, around the time that Devin Haney even won, around the time Devin Haney even got his WBC belt, because Lomachenko wanted to be a franchise champion. You can call it ducking, you can call it dodging. I don't know. I'm not in that man's team. I'm not in that man's corner, so I have no clue what was said in that camp. But that's what happened. So every time I keep saying he was undisputed, he was never undisputed. He had 3 of the 4 major titles. He willingly gave up 1 of the major titles. And again, I'm not trying to knock at him. I'm just saying facts are facts. And it's just interesting how they're trying to change history.
She's with Haney here in round number 9.
See, now Haney's doing this. So he's there to be hit. He's came into the fight with his mouth open all night long, but I haven't seen any terms of his body language.
So on the one that I was watching, when I was watching the stream, I feel like that, and this was the round where Devin Haney's father was telling him he was winning the fight. And I wish he wouldn't have told him that. This is round 10, right? Are we in round 10 now? Yeah, we're in round 10. So I think this is the one where he was saying he was winning the fight. And I was like, man, you shouldn't say that, because as y'all are seeing, just as I'm re-seeing, the fight wasn't that clear cut. So I wish he wouldn't have told his son he was winning the fight. But we'll see, because I think it was during that break. Because round 10 got kind of ugly. Or maybe round 11. I don't know. We're about to find out.
It's nothing new, Chris, but it's so impressive at 35 years old. The ability for Loma to throw and get out of the way as quickly as he does.
Oh yeah, his reactions, his hand speed, his ability to pull the trigger is definitely still there. And like I said at the start of this fight, you asked me if he's still, I still think he's as good as ever, and we're seeing it. Question is, will it be enough? Fight so very much up in the air.
Straight left hand. Oh, big now a combination and a flurry from Lomachenko.
So with that combination, only 2 of those shots missed. Devin Haney blocked one of the shots. But when I first saw this, I was like, all those shots missed. All those shots missed. Tired of the crowd getting so hyped, because the crowd just got hyped after everything Lomo did. But you'll see, I think I got the replay on this one, that, 1 shot was blocked and 2 shots missed. But the rest of those shots, yeah, they did land. So, yeah.
Lomachenko looking to put the pedal to the metal here midway through round number 10. Fans rooting him on. Haney slows him down with an inside check right hook. To the body.
Nice.
Top now for Haney. Good response.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice sharp right hand up top. Ooh, nice inside shot from Lomachenko. He's so good at those.
Like a bullfighter, moving around Haney. Close and personal with 15 seconds to go here in the 10th. Strong start to the round for Lomachenko. Both have taken a bit of a breather here in the final minute of the round.
Yeah, it was a good round for Lomachenko. Yet Haney, the closest thing to being in trouble.
To the championship rounds we go.
Oh, he's everything to this one. Okay.
Given how close this fight has been, Chris, as we take a look at the replay of round number 10.
Like I said, I don't agree with that statement. I thought it was actually this round, but see that replay?
This fight is incredibly
See?
difficult to score. So there's immediately nothing left to chance. It's way too close.
That was back of the head.
Round that Lomachenko's had all night long. And he,
So I missed that one shot that was back of the head. This is my first time actually seeing it. That's why you got to watch fight more than once. But So he had a one shot in the back of the head as well. But also, y'all heard the father actually say that he's winning the fight, especially after seeing this round. A lot of choices that I don't know. I wouldn't have stayed with the same game plan after seeing what they just saw in this fight. But anywho.
That was a close battle because he came back strong in the second half.
The championship round, round number 11. Stiff left hand to start the round for Devin Haney.
And I think, again, either way, when they go back, I think Haney's going to see a lot of opportunities that he could have used that jab more than he has.
Oh! Connects with the right hand.
So my apologies. Like I said, this is where it got bad.
Coming on strong late. True to form as he's done the last couple fights.
Over the top after a left hook. Now Lomachenko.
Haney's hurt. Haney's hurt. His legs are hurt.
Shaky legs. We'll see if Lomachenko can take advantage.
He's just too easy to hit. Lomachenko, he's been allowing Lomachenko in the front door. Fighting him square, trying to be a power puncher. It's not his game.
Lomachenko straight away with the right hand. Over the top with the left. Fighting in a phone booth and Lomachenko taking advantage. Loma showing you age is just a number. 11 years older than Haney. And the willpower here in the 11th.
Yeah, despite it being for all the wrong spaces for Haney, all the right spaces for Lomachenko. Fighting on the inside, walking in the front door, letting those hands go for those short combinations on the inside.
Loma is in the front door. Can he close it behind him? Haney is swinging the miss with the right hand over the top.
And Haney's trying to answer everything with power. He's not that guy.
Three-punch combination lands for Lomachenko. Straight left off the chin of Haney.
Lomachenko's found his timing, found his rhythm, knows how to get to Haney just too easily at this point. I think if he pours it on, he might be able to get a stop. Just with accumulation.
Haney not nearly aggressive enough, and it speaks to the exhaustion.
Yeah, but look how square he is.
Yeah.
He's completely square in front of his opponent, and right in the range for Lomachenko.
Under 30 seconds to go in round number 11.
Haney, who has in recent years shown himself to be a master of range, has not been able to find the range with Lomachenko all night long.
And he's been so concerned going to the body where it seems like he hasn't been able to shift his focus anywhere else.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's coming in with a new game plan, and I just don't think it was a good idea.
So originally, yes, I already gave this round to Lomachenko, but that 10th round, that's Lomachenko too. Oof. This is completely different watching it again. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to hurry up and get to it.
And then we saw perfect execution.
Fans on their feet for the 12th and final round. Lomachenko sits. Haney presses forward. Does he have any gas left in the tank? Good shot on the inside from Haney. And Loma comes right back. This fight was billed as a chess match, Chris, and right now it seems like Lomachenko is in the doorstep of a checkmate.
This has been a very high-level chess match. Back and forth. These guys are so evenly matched in so many ways, even though they're so different in terms of the way they look, the way they fight, the way they act. But hotly contested, highly competitive, very difficult fight to score.
Lomachenko has thrown 526 punches to Haney's 374.
Good shot. Haney's having a good round.
Haney is having a good round here in the 12th. Will it be enough? Slip. Holds his ground halfway through the final round.
Did Haney secure enough of those early rounds to hold on to get the victory? Did Lomachenko start fast enough and win enough rounds that this late charge is going to be enough?
Loma trying to not leave anything to chance like he did against Teofimo Lopez.
We're in a similar situation because Teofimo Lopez came out and won that 12th round, and Haney's doing that as well. Over the top from Haney. 1 minute to go. One of the better punches of the night for Haney. Both men digging deep. Good body shot on the inside.
That body shot did some damage.
Yeah, that was a nasty shot. Haney's having a great round.
Goes back to the body again. Again to the body. Haney delivering in the 12th. 30 seconds to go.
Big in that body.
Oh, good shot there from Haney. Doing a better job of controlling the distance and tagging Lomachenko as he's coming forward.
Final 10 seconds of this Undisputed Championship bout. Loma letting it fly. And we go to the scorecards at the MGM Grand.
All right, so after watching this fight again, I want to say that I feel like, in my opinion, and again, I'm just a humble guy doing YouTube right now. Even though I originally was going for Devin Haney, I thought Devin Haney would be able to use his length. He would use his established range. He would use his experience because he technically does, or not technically, he does have more professional fights than Lomachenko, even though Lomachenko is older. I thought that this would be a more clear-cut victory for him if he used his strengths. But rewatching it, he really did play into Lomachenko's game. He tried to beat Lomachenko at his own game, which didn't really work out very well. Even though Devin Haney did win this fight by unanimous decision, I think this should have been a unanimous draw after watching it now twice. I watched it twice. I feel like Devin Haney did a great job in the early rounds, but I feel like a lot of the early rounds I originally gave it to him when I first watched it should have went to Lomachenko now. Maybe I'll watch this fight a third time and maybe I'll change my mind again. But I think that this really should have been a draw. I don't think Lomachenko did enough to win, and I don't think that Devin Haney did enough to win. Now that I've watched this fight twice, I think this should have been a unanimous draw. But again, that's just my opinion. And like I said earlier, it might change after I watch it the third time. But I hope y'all enjoyed this fight. Hope y'all enjoyed this time. Y'all about to hear the actual decision from the judges right now. I enjoyed spending this time with the team. Look forward to the next one. Leave a comment below if this is what y'all want me to do a little bit more. Let me know.
I think these guys need 3 more rounds. This is too close.
Either way,
I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
we're looking at our partner.
All right, here y'all go. Oh, my bad. I thought it was already coming up. I just wish Devin Haney wouldn't have looked like he took so much damage. Because every time it turned around, it just looked like Devin Haney was taking more punches. But as y'all look on here and see, though, right now,
but were they enough? Volume
total punch status.
I think a lot of it's going to come down to what those judges see when they look at those body shots versus the jabs that pop Devin Haney's head up in the air. Oftentimes, body shots do not get the credit they deserve.
Yeah. We go to the scorecards and march it up.
Here inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena after 12 rounds. It is now time for the Bud Light celebration decision as we go to the judges' scorecards.
Here we go.
David Rennie scores about 116-112. Tim Cheatham and David Sutherland both score the bout 115-113. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still undisputed champion of the world,
Like I said, nothing but respect for that young man. I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan, and I'm glad that he's able to continue to have another opportunity to show why he's the true undisputed champion, and not only the youngest undisputed champion, but the actual undisputed champion. Again, that's the only thing that I don't like that they keep saying about Lomachenko. Lomachenko was never the undisputed champion, even though, again, like I said, I am a Lomachenko fan, but he never had all 4 belts. He chose to give up 1 belt to be a franchise champion. But yeah, again, I was going for Haney in this fight. I was glad the first time I saw this that Haney won the fight, but like I said, rewatching this, I think it should have been a draw. But leave a comment below. Let me know what y'all think. Give me y'all thoughts, comments, concerns. I might comment back.